Alright, so I just came back from watching Avatar Fire and Ash. And let me start off by saying this. When it comes to the visual effects, James Cameron and his crew, they do a very good job with these movies. And this movie does not miss the mark. The visual effects are incredible as always. And you know what? I hope that James Cameron's crew, they get paid very well for this because even from the beginning, from the first movie, the CG and the visual effects of these movies are getting better after each one. They are getting better. And in this movie, like I saw no anomalies, like I was immersed in this. The visual effects looked really good. And I'll say, this movie actually has the best visual effects and CG in any movie that I've seen so far. This is the best one I've seen. Because here's the thing, you can't actually tell between the CG and the real life actors that are playing in the movie, like the real humans in the movie. Everything looks like it belongs in this movie. Like everything's well blended in. Like you can't even tell the difference almost. Like that's how good the visual effects are in this movie. So they did a very good job with the visual effects and the CG. Now, when it comes to the story was pretty decent. Like I think it was rated pretty decent because I was not bored in this movie. Like I was immersed in it, and as I was watching this, like I did actually quite like this movie. Now, is this movie better or was The Way of Water better? To be honest with you, I think I like this one a little bit better, but I can see some people maybe liking The Way of Water a little bit better than this one. Now, here's why I say that. Now, when it comes to me, I think, look, the first one is the best one. I do think that the first one was an amazing movie. The second one was okay, not as good as the first one, but the CG was a lot better than the first one. Because the thing is, when it came to the story for that one, the movie kind of fell a bit too long, and there was parts of the movie where it kind of really slows down and then picks up. That's how it was with the second one. Now, with the third one, this is why I say I'm a little bit conflicted. Maybe I like this one better, is because it kind of had the same type of feel to it, but it didn't really like slow down for me like much. Like it was about like it felt there's parts in the movie where it does feel like it's slow, it's about to slow down, but then picks back up straight up again. So for me, I do like the first one the best. Then I'll say this one, and then The Way of Water. But that's just me. Now, the reason why I'm saying is that some people might like the second one a bit better is because from the second one and the third one, these movies are starting to get a bit stagnated, like a bit stale, if you guys know what I mean. If you've seen these movies, you kind of like know what I mean. They're stagnated because like the first one was like a phenomenal movie, yeah. But going from the first one to the second, so from the second and then the third, is they are feeling a bit stagnated and going if some people are going into the third movie, they might still feel that stagnation where they might be a little bit bored. To some people, not everyone. Now, the reason I say that is because these movies are starting to feel like very long. Like it is like a 3-hour movie, but they with the second one and this one, they do feel a bit long. Because like I said, look, the first one was a phenomenal movie. Like it doesn't even feel like a long movie. Like that's how good the first one is. But the second and this one, they do feel a bit long, if you know what I mean. So the thing is, I'm wondering, when the fourth one movie comes out, I wonder if they'll benefit making it shorter. I'm just curious about that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Now, I'm not saying that this was a bad movie at all because I do enjoy these movies. I think these movies are pretty good, but they are kind of slowly going down, if you guys know what I mean. Well, the CG is actually, all getting better, but the story is kind of slowing down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It needs to pick up because I think James Cameron, he said he wants to make 6 movies. So I don't know how he's going to be able to make another, because we got another 3 movies. I don't know if this will last that long. If like if the hype is, if the excitement is still going to be there for another 3 movies. If you guys know what I mean. I reckon maybe he can finish it if he wants to keep the same length, the 3-hour length. I think maybe he needs to do another 2 and then just end it. So Avatar 5 should be the last one. Because I think after that, I think he will fall downhill. Like I don't think the excitement's going to be there unless he writes a really good story to where it gets us immersed back in again. Guys know what I mean? Because like I said, the CG is really good in these movies. They're really good and they are improving the CG throughout these movies. But the story is kind of going downhill, if you guys know what I mean. Look, the story's not bad at all, as I mentioned. It's not bad at all. But it is like slowly, so it feels like it needs to end soon, if you guys know what I'm getting at. Unless, like I said, if he wants to go up to 6 movies, I think he needs to introduce something new. Like, we need to see something big happen. You know what I mean? We need to see something big happen to keep us still excited. Look, I know I'm being a bit negative, but like I said, not a bad movie at all. I did enjoy myself, and I did like this movie, and I will be buying this on Blu-ray, so that's how much I enjoyed it. So I did enjoy this movie. Now, when it comes to the characters, I think the characters are pretty good. Like, it is showing an evolution going forward. So I think the characters, actually, the kid characters in this movie, they are written a lot better than the Way of Water. Because you see, here's another thing why I think this movie is better than the Way of Water is that the kids in this movie, they didn't cause the problems, like, because in the second one, they caused a lot of those problems. They ran into trouble. They were the ones causing all the trouble. They basically made the plot of the second movie. This time, that didn't happen. It was basically, or they were in the plot, obviously, but they weren't the cause of it. You know, they weren't making stupid choices, if that makes sense, which I actually did like. So basically, the kids weren't dumbasses in this movie. Now, about the antagonists, the Fire Clan, I think they were pretty decent in the movie. Like, they were very, like, almost like cultish, kind of like, you know, like an underground thing when they're trying to almost like conquer everything using fire and stuff like that. I think they were in quite well. I did like their leader. I can't remember her name, but yeah, I did like the leader, what they were doing with her. And they do explain, like, why she's doing what she's doing and why she's doing it for and stuff like that, which I did enjoy. I did actually like that, how she's like, you know, leading her clan and stuff like that. I did like all that. When it comes to Spider, which I think his name was Spider in the movie, right? Yeah. When it comes, now I'm not going to spoil anything what happens to him, but when I was watching what was happening to him, it really gave me Marvel vibes, like, you know, Venom and the symbiotes. Kind of like how they, you know, kind of like I'm not going to say anymore because I have to get into spoilers. But I thought, yeah, that felt kind of like Venom, and you know what I'm saying. I think that story was almost taken from there. So yeah, it is what it is. I did like it. It didn't feel out of place. I did like it. They did make it make sense, right? But I won't say what it is. All the main characters, you know, I think I did like the way what they were going on, what they did with their stories. I'm forgetting everybody's name now, man. I can't believe that. But yeah, all the main characters, all the returning characters, you know, they do some stuff with them. So, and I do like where they're taking these characters. So I think that's a plus too. I did enjoy that. So yeah, like I said, I do like this movie. I did quite enjoy it. Now, do I recommend this? Yes. If you like the Avatar movies so far, you will like this movie. I think you will like it. If you're one of those people where you like the first one, but when you saw the second one, you hated it, then you're probably not gonna like this. And obviously, like, if you don't like the Avatar movies as a whole, then obviously you're not gonna like this, because this is like very focused on these movies. And to be honest with you, I think you actually do need to watch the first two before jumping into this, because there's a lot of characters where they don't really reintroduce them, if that makes sense. So I think you do need to watch the first two first before getting into this one. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think about this movie. So like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And yeah, thank you for watching.